voiceover because this back cut is going to take exceedingly too long. Uh, I ran the saw a week ago in, 65-degree weather, and I didn't have any trouble with it leaning out. It was an 85-degree day today, and, the saw has started to warm up, and it's getting hot. I mean, the sawdust on the muffler is actually burning. It's getting warm. It's getting really warm. I don't know. I've opened up the high-speed needle a full turn at this point, and it physically won't take any more fuel. So when I got home, I enlarged the actual fuel orifice in the carburetor. Either I've fixed it or I've ruined it. I have no idea. I know I can get the saw to run a heck of a lot richer on the bench right now, so I'm hoping, all I can do is keep cutting and keep working with it. But this is the last try. If I have an incident like this again, I'm going to replace the entire carburetor, because while this tree is a good 24 inches in diameter, it's rotten on the exterior. The core isn't that solid. I just can't get any chain speed because the saw is leaned out, and once I started this tree, I sure as heck wasn't going to stop in the middle of it and leave the thing hanging there. That would just be stupid. So anyway, yeah, still fighting it. Okay, so I wanted to explain a little more of what I actually did when I got home. So, the backstory on this is I've cut probably half a dozen times with this saw, and in the cooler weather, it was fine. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It was this year as I was trying to use it, this XL-500, I would get it warmed up basically. I could get, 3 or 4 good big cuts, or 10 minutes of cutting, and it would start creeping on me. I'd open up the high speed, might solve it for a cut, and then it just would lean out. I replaced ignition components that I know weren't bad, just to be certain. Didn't make any difference. It's got a new coil, new points, new condenser. It has no air leaks. I know that for a fact. Pressure tested it. It's fine. I've been through the carb more times than I can possibly count. The last time I found a minor issue of a double stacking of the fuel inlet diaphragm gasket. There were two of them in there. I don't know how I didn't notice that before, but I thought that was it. But that's a thin gasket. That shouldn't be enough to lean it out to that point. So, I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here. What I do know is when I hike my happy ass up that hill as far as I hiked with a saw and an axe and hard hat, I want it to run right, and I want to get the maximum number of successful cuts as possible before she runs out of gas. And I didn't get that today. So when I got home, I was pissed about that. It was a good day, all in all, but I want it to run right. A saw that size, with that handle I've got on there, is perfect for lugging up and down that mountain when I just need to do falling way the hell up there. So let me show you what I did. I've got another Tillotson here because I've already installed, obviously, the carb back on the saw. So this is a junker parts. I don't know if it was one that I got that was damaged or if I stole parts. I don't know. But because it's missing parts, I don't care about using it as a demo here. Now, I don't want anybody to get any bright ideas and think that this is what I did is a good idea and something that you should seriously consider. It's not. I mean, it's something that should be an absolute last resort, and even then, I don't know that it's a good idea. I just don't. Let me grab my drill bits. We're going to drill the high-speed Welch plug out. And of course, before you do any drilling, you always want to remove the adjustment needle. Let's take the mystery out of what's behind here for you guys. And I find it very seldom do you need to pull this. In this case, I did. So on a Tillotson, and this carb's even missing its damn screen. Cute. So on a Tillotson, the way your high-speed circuit works, okay, you've got fuel, your diaphragm pushes down, you got fuel in here, okay? That hole right there above where the high-speed needle goes, that is the inlet. So that hole right there, whatever size that is the maximum amount of fuel that can flow into the engine. So underneath the Welch plug, there is a passage that is drilled straight through into here. So that is the inlet into the throat of the carburetor. Okay, that's where fuel gets into the engine, right there. Against, you can see the hole down in the well, down below there, down deep. That's what your needle on your screw is actually metering to. Okay, so fuel drops in from the top, and depending on where your screw is located, that dictates how much fuel comes out into this well, goes through what should be a screen down there, and through that hole into the engine. Alright, because I've had such a persistent leaning out of this saw that I cannot, it doesn't matter how much I open that high-speed screw, I can't stop it. I decided I had nothing to lose. And I took my 1/16 bit, smallest one I've got, and I test fit it, and I went, oh, it's the same size as that fuel inlet hole. How, okay. And then I can easily see that that inlet into the engine is smaller than that. And because I can't put it through and get it through into that well, it was smaller than that. So that's what I said, or what I did. I drilled those two, so the actual needle passage through and the passage into the engine, I drilled both of those out to the same 1/16 size that this is. I don't know that that was smart. I just know that I did it because I'm tired of screwing around with this thing. So it made a massive difference. I have the high-speed needle only open about half a turn right now for bench tuning. And we'll see when I go up on the hill next if that, if that made the big difference there. I don't know. If it wasn't so late tonight, I'd start it and show you guys what she's doing at this point. But I can, if I go a full turn open, she's chugging. She's pushing smoke. So I know I'm flowing a massive amount of fuel if I want to, if I need to. The other thing that I did, and I will pull the camera back and get the saw over here and show you. I can't explain why the muffler gets so hot. The saw itself is not boiling fuel, okay? But the muffler got hot. Really stinking hot. Oop, sorry. There we go. Let me grab the saw. See if I can do this without making a mess. Is it gonna stay? It is. Alright. So let's pop this muffler off. Cover. Now, when I was cutting some of that really nasty fur today, when I said that it was burning sawdust, that real fine rotten fur dust actually was blackening into charcoal against this muffler. It was getting hot. Okay. I don't like that. I don't want to roach a piston, and I was kind of concerned. God dang it, this thing's a... Alright, I'll just do it the easy way. I was actually concerned, because you don't want to screw up an XL-500 piston. But there's nothing wrong. That piston is as clean as they come. So, what in the hell is going on? Why is it getting so hot? Well, I don't know. This is a thick-bodied muffler and a really, really thick-bodied cap, so it's holding a lot of heat. It's supposed to have the baffle, and I of course added the accessory spark arrestor because of where I'm at. But it's getting so bloody hot, I thought, okay, maybe if I take one piece of metal out of here, it ain't going to be the spark arrestor, but I can take this baffle out, and that'll allow a freer flowing exhaust. This isn't all carboned up. I mean, it's broken. You can see that it's, broken around there, so eventually this cover is going to fail, and I'm going to have to replace it. Or I can pound that back into shape and take it to work and MIG weld that. Ideas. But neither here nor there. I can't figure out, excuse me, if I'm right and it is leaning itself out,
that's going to explain why it's getting hot. But in those instances where I couldn't get any speed, I was dicking around, pulling the choke out, you know, artificially limiting how much air could go in so it would more match the fuel, running at third throttle. That's why that one back cut took so damn long. It shouldn't take any time at all. So I don't know. I think what I'm going to do... That muffler just plain gets hot. I've even toyed with putting a later style muffler on it, but I shouldn't have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it like this. I'm going to leave the arrestor in and leave the baffle out for my next trip up. And I'm going to see what I can do. If I can find that magic spot where it holds the tune, doesn't get too hot, doesn't lean out, doesn't piss me off. That's really what I'm looking for. Because I want to run this thing and have fun. I want to enjoy running it. And when it's running right, it is a joy to run. So I don't know, but yeah, that's what I've done. I've taken out the muffler baffle and drilled out that carb so that it'll flow a lot of fuel. And so when I go to make adjustments now, it's going to need to be just tiny little adjustments, which is fine. I don't care. I don't care at all. I mean, yeah, something actually cooked onto the muffler here. I don't know. I'm babbling now. Just wanted to throw that in there, show you guys what I did. And again, I'm not saying I recommend this, because I don't know that it's a great idea. In all likelihood, it's not a great idea. My other option was to order, like, say, an XL-500 carburetor that was meant for 77cc. This is 74 cc's. I could have done that too, but if I'm going to go to that expense, I'm going to try using what I've already got first. That was kind of my thought process there. So anyway, guys, I'll end this and quit yammering, and hopefully next weekend it'll go better.